Now when we draw keyframes for animation, we can use pose to pose or straight ahead. So pose to pose is more like for a character who has clear limbs, bones, rigs, for body appendages like ears, for example, like hair, or real world physics like fire, water, those items, you can use something that's called a straight ahead, which you don't draw each keyframes. Rather than drawing keyframes like what I'm doing now, you can just draw the frames one by one without worrying about filling the in-betweens. Yeah, so that's straight ahead. Now we're just using pose to pose. When I'm drawing this pose to pose character, because our design is fairly simple, so it doesn't take me a huge amount of time to draw this second keyframe. Then in between we can add, some in-betweens using slow in and slow out. Something like this, slow in and slow out. Now in the second pose, the head got squished down a little bit, so obviously you can use squish and stretch here. Squish and stretch, and we can see the whole body also got squished down a little bit. Yes. Just by looking at this frame, we can anticipate in the next move this character may jump up. So in the next spring keyframe, this one can be anticipation for the next keyframe. Yeah. And look at the arms. We've lifted the elbows up, and that's the opposing action to the head that's pushing down. And you can add some secondary actions, so which will add more dimension to the performance. For example, the face, the facial expressions. For example, the arms can swing up even a bit more, but make sure that the secondary action doesn't block the dominant action. For example, the facial expressions, you don't really want to do something like just using a big head blocking everything. You can briefly, but if you so this is top of the head, if you exaggerate it like this, it's difficult to see the facial expressions and the whole body performance in this case. Then next, when the character springs up, it depends on what you want to do, right? So with solid drawing, we can turn the character to this side a little bit, and depends on what happens there. For example, if I want to show our audience that the character is really surprised about something, character sees something there, so we can use, see the eye socket, we can hollow the eye socket. We make the mouth open big. We can, obviously this is, so this is exaggeration here. Yeah, in the next spring. So when we do the exaggeration, there are many, just use your imagination, many things you can do. For example, the hair. So in my head, the hair can even be separated from the body. Yes. So jump up like this. The hair, using the same logic, the body can be separated, like the scope. The skirt can be hollow as well. The legs can be detached from the body. It's animation, right? So be creative. For the arms, we can do this. We can break the joints like this. Yes, you can keep the arms straight, or you can bend the arms in an extreme way to create the effect of breaking joints. If there are any dialogues, yes, there are any sound effects, we can add an accent keyframe here to match that, sort of to increase the power of the words. Yeah, the power of the words. Okay, so here I think it's another good opportunity to add more slow in and slow out effects. Yeah, when we feel the in-betweens.